when it was looking at Sam go away, and it freaks out when it sees that you're really close to it. Hate and hunger in its eyes.
35.
I need to do a fort save.
Who's fort saving?
I need to do a fort save because I got a hit last time.
35. This is a grapple check.
Yeah.
Only
Okay.
if you get hit by the... You did, yeah, so fort
Oh,
saving.
I did, yeah.
Callie gets
the creature.
right underneath it and
What's the
starts
DC?
the grapple.
All right, and as a move, I'm going to maintain the grapple.
I think greater grapple only works on the second round.
It says once you have grappled the creature, maintaining the grapple is a move action.
Yeah,
If I use a standard to grapple it, it's grappled. I can use a move action to maintain the grapple and perform and do damage.
I've always interpreted that as like...
Once you have grappled the creature, okay, you've grappled it. Maintaining the grapple is a move action. You don't need to maintain the grapple because you already have started it.
It's the next round.
It's the next round thing.
No, but I do damage or I can move or do something. Once you make your roll to maintain the grapple.
Other things happen, but when you get your extra grapple, I think that's still a standard. Like I don't think that's a maintain grapple. Like if you fail that extra check, you don't lose the grapple.
Give me a second.
Right?
Once you have grappled creature, maintaining a grapple is a move action. Okay, this feat then it goes on and says this feat allows you to make 2 grapple checks each round, to move, to harm, or to pin your opponents, but you're not required to make 2 checks. The language at the top says maintaining a grapple is second nature to you. You don't ever need to maintain a grapple in the first round of grapple. So once you've grappled, make 2 grapple checks a round, but you can do other things.
No, you have to maintain a grapple to do other things.
The problem I'm having is this feat allows you to make 2 grapple checks each round. That's kind of...
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's the point of the feat.
Yeah, the question is, does it happen in the first round, or does it happen in the second round when you're actually rolling to maintain a grapple?
You anytime you roll to do to move, harm, or pin your opponent, like if you don't have improved grapple, you have to make...
Actually, yeah. Go ahead.
And the language around the maintain the grapple, it's a standard action to maintain the hold.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
After which you can do you get to do damage or move.
Marty, what's
Fucking
the DC
grapple.
on the...
Grapple.
Marty, what's the DC on the
18 made it.
Okay.
I will say he hasn't tried to break the grapple though, so I don't think I get my
You don't
+5.
get +5.
No.
21.
That's exactly it.
Yeah. So
Right.
what are you doing to it?
Just damage.
So Ugg has been nerfed.
12 damage.
No, Ugg hasn't been nerfed. 38. Ugg can do 2 in a round. All right, so you just grab a hold of this thing. You're pinning one of its wings back and kind of pushing up at the same time, and the creature is having a fit. It does not like you. After Callie, it is the twisted-griffs. So the twisted-griff can attack in the grapple? You can attack...
It would lose one of its limb attacks.
Okay.
Yeah. But it can.
All right, so it's going to attack twice in the grapple.
With a -2 to attack, but...
Yeah.
Yep. Bite and a claw. AC 20, AC 17.
I'll check the 20. I am denied. Oh, -4 dex, right? So
No,
-2,
no, I don't think you're -4 dex against each other, though.
Oh, okay, then they miss.
Okay. It's trying to bite you. It's not working. And then this other twisted griff ignores Grizaak. It doesn't seem to like the rock thing. Like, it doesn't want to eat rock.
Yeah. The rock. There's just more rock over here!
AC 14, 15, and 14. It is going to
Of course.
5-foot step, kind of circling around Sam and sort of ignoring Grizaak now. Grizaak.
Hey, Marco! Lightning in both of these bastards.
Horrible arc of lightning.
Yeah, DC
Was there a reflex save from this?
25. Lightning. Call lightning.
Failed
3.
and failed.
Yeah. Yeah, there you
Did you
go.
say DC 25?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Pia would be proud.
Arcs of lightning going everywhere, striking both these creatures.
Are these 9? Are these considered level 9 or level 8?
Go ahead and use level 9. That's fine.
34. Good times.
This is a lightning bolt or a...
Oh, wait. Hold on. No, this is not a lightning bolt. I got carried away. This is a call lightning.
Yes.
Call lightning limits to 5.
No, that's call lightning storm.
It's a 3D, but are these? You said it's windy. Is this lightning? Oh, no, not lightning. Like, is this conducive to my lightning?
It was cloudy out, so I think that's good enough.
There you go.
3d10 is
3D10.
for
I got carried away.
yeah. Grizaak's dreaming of lightning. Okay, the first bolt to the northern one does 17. He failed his save. It's hurt.
All right, roll them individually.
And then the next bolt on the one to the south does 6.
Oh,
But it failed its save and is hurt.
did the 3 that I tried initially? Did I lose those?
Yes.
Okay.
Sam.
Sam's like waving friggin' Grizaak forward. Like,
yeah.
punch it!
Sorry. I can move.
Yeah, you can 5-foot step in.
I don't think you have that much movement.
I don't, so I'm just gonna move it straight. Fuck it.
Okay, so it takes a nip at you.
Let's do it.
AC 16.
No.
Okay.
I got decentish AC.
Sam.
We're gonna wail on the thing. Actually, yeah, we're
Hey,
gonna
thanks, buddy.
hit the thing. We're not going to flurry. AC 22.
You end up punching it right under the chin.
35 damage.
What the fuck?
Fuck.
Okay, 18.
Sneak attack is
18.
Yeah.
I think you killed it, and yeah, you killed it. Its head snapped off to the side. It's all loose. And
Got one.
falls to the ground and kind of vacates its bowels all over Grizaak.
What the fuck?
It was spray over Grizaak.
There we go. I don't know why you went by the butt end.
All right, and then Sam goes running back over as she's trying. I got this one's wing! Yells Callie.
Let's have a chicken wing.
Callie.
All right. She's going to damage it and damage it. 31.
Yep.
35.
I think I'm breaking its wing.
It certainly sounds broke.
15 damage.
15 is really 59.
59.
So 1 hit point left. Yeah, bastard.
The twisted-griff gets to go. It's gonna try to bite Callie to get away. AC 9.
Nope.
Then has a single claw left.
The cow.
AC 14. Okay, its turn is done. Grizaak.
Wait a sec. It might get its rakes. Because rakes happen in a grapple. Does it need to be dominant in the grapple?
Yeah, it's fine. It's good.
Okay. Okay.
I think you're right.
Sam's got to holding his hind legs.
Now don't move. Like do a fireball of dumb.
Are you fireballing right on top of the thing? Okay, you're roasting this thing. All right. Who cares? It's just tricky.
One of us has a disease.
It fails its saving throw as you basically stick a fireball over top of it. It has one hit point left. Oh yeah, it's part of its body and its head are all like ash and like burning coals as opposed to flesh, and the thing falls over dead. Whoa! A big blow of heat has Callie scrambling back. You can hear screaming in other areas as some of the other heroes or gladiators are running out. But there is a high-pitched whistle. Like a... It's kind of like a flute or a whistle made out of bone, maybe out of like an elk throat. And you can hear this in the distance. And the twisted-griffs seem to, the ones that survived that were attacking other parts of the encampment, are now flying off.
Oh, Grizaak's following. Grizaak turns into a bird.
Okay.
Invisible.
Okay, Grizaak's turning into a bird.
Going invisible.
Going invisible. How big of a bird?
Oh, tiny. I think I can do tiny. Give me a sec. I swing by Arlen. Hey, fucker, heal me! Oh. He smells the bird is dirty.
All right, so you spend 6 seconds casting, turning, and then you're flying throughout the camp. That's probably, I don't know, roll 3d6 rounds as you're trying to find Arlen.
Okay.
In the confusion of the camp, that's 8 rounds, you find Arlen. The griffs have already, they're flying high in the sky, disappearing into the dark.
Okay. He casts the tongue, the speaking. Give me a sec. He casts.
Sam is helping Callie pick up the dinner.
Right. Is everyone all right? She's standing on the dinner. She doesn't seem to care about the dinner anymore.
Oh.
Bespeak.
Yeah, I think so. Is anybody dead?
Cast Bespeak. Hey, Arlen! Hey, heal me up! It's a little bird.
It's tiny. You can turn into tiny birds.
Sorry, hold on. Let's see.
Or is it a small bird?
Druid. 8. Diminutive. Just want to make sure I can fly that fast.
You're a diminutive. You're like a chickadee or something like you're like a robin or something. This bloody bird lands on the sill.
Grizaak?
I'm pretty certain it's wait your turn, Chuckles.
They're flying away. I'm gonna go find out where they are. Come on, hurry up. They're going away. Come on.
We're just gonna look to Arlen.
All right. He'll do his 12d6.
How many channels is that?
It's 3.
Okay.
So 3 rounds.
No, it's 1 round. Because I can quicken.
That would make you 2.
Oh, he's spending 3 to
quicken.
do 2. Okay.
Oh,
correct.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. 49 healing. That's pretty good.
All right, widgets, fine.
All right, so this is about a minute after Grizaak got attacked, a minute after the whistle blew, or the weird wind instrument.
Is with Arlen?
No, where's the? Oh, there he is. And how much healing was that? 49.
49. You've got 62, so there's 13 left.
Thanks.
Where are you?
guess Sam and Kaylee will go check the other parts of camp to make certain everybody's okay.
Yeah, the camp is quite in disarray at this point in time. It'll take some time to like do a roll call and figure out.
I'm assuming
damages.
Nibbles needs to clean Nibbles' axe now.
Yeah, we'll say that the others actually, by the time that they ran around to fight the griffs, like they were either like taken care of by some of the heroes or had moved away from the other heroes. It was at night, so the range of some of the ranged attacks were limited. Yeah, Nibbles scared one away with his big axe, basically.
Why you no try eat Nibbles?
Huh.
What do you do?
Let me know.
Grizaak?
Well, Grizaak has a really cool spell. It's called Aerial Tracks. Allows him to track things that were flying. And you can cast that next day. He'll go up and take a look.
Okay, in your little bird form.
Yeah, he'll go up, take a look.
Invisible. You turn invisible, so you've got 8 minutes of invisibility.
Yep.
Hey, Drakester.
What's up, Drakes? So survival, is it?
You're casting the spell or no?
Yeah, I'll fly up. I'll cast it and fly up.
You cause the air to ripple where creatures have flown.
This is next day.
He's trying to do it without the spell first.
No, this is next day. This is next day, Marty. Right now, I'm just casting invisibility and flying up to see if I can just find them.
Oh, give me a perception check.
Perception. $34.
They are flying what looks like up into some wooded hills, or at least the direction of wooded hills. You can kind of see them moving against the starlight and a little bit of the cloud cover. You're guessing that there are at least 8 griffs.
How far away are they?
8 rounds of flying.
Are they heading, like, how far the hills away is what?
Oh, they're kind of flying above it. You don't know where they're landing, but you see.
Oh, okay. Let's go see what they're doing.
You see the general direction where they're flying. Okay. How long are you flying after them? You're now reaching 4 minutes. You're flying at 60. They fly faster than you. They're flying at 80.
Are they?
Or actually, give me the speed of your bird form. Yep.
There's like some hawks and things that can keep up with that.
I think yeah, some really fast fuckers.
Not fucking chickadees or diminutive little birds.
No.
Diminutive is the thing.
Yeah.
Although no, he gets that in the form of like it's really just the speed on the spell, right?
A hawk is fly 60 actually.
But he would get
an eagle.
It's whatever the
It's
spell.
based off of the animal shape.
Yeah.
Eagles are 80. Interesting.
So beast shape 3, I think, is what he's using.
Yep.
So here, I will. Beast shape.
I'm looking at
3.
them right now. So fly of.
It's up to 90 good maneuverability, but I don't think you automatically get 90 if you choose something that's slower.
The question is, there's diminutive creature.
If the form has any of the following abilities, you gain the listed ability.
Oh, okay. So you're really fast chickadees.
Right. He could be like a ridiculous hummingbird.
Okay, so you are catching up to them, but you're catching up to them over a long period of time. You are almost in arrow range of them by the time your invisibility is halfway done.
Do it again. Or when invisibility is getting low, I just do it again.
Okay,
I'm a
so
sorcerer, so
you've now caught up to them, and the creatures are flying about 300-400 feet off the ground, and they seem to be flying and making gobble noises at each other.
Gobble gobble.
You don't see anything else. Give me a perception check. This motherfucking turkey's on this motherfucking caravan.
35.
Okay. High up in the hills, you see a bonfire. This is about a mile or two away.
The Turkey Lord Gabulu is.
Yeah, I want to see what this asshole's.
Fuck my sleep up or fuck your sleep up. Investigate.
Okay.
Not too close. It's from like 100 feet up or something. 200 feet up.
Let me see. Okay, you're on your third invisibility. The turkey beasts are landing near the bonfire. They circle around a little bit, and then they're going to land. Give me a perception check again.
I'm okay with if they're staying here. I'm going to head out after this. But here's my perception check. 35.
How many turkeys does he have?
Okay, you see sitting cross-legged by the bonfire is a 6.5 foot, 7 foot tall, what looks like half orc. He's got a crooked, burnt-looking staff lying across his lap, and he looks like he's in the middle of prayer or concentrating on something.
I'm going to put resist energy electricity on myself.
Okay, so you're flying maybe a few hundred feet up above the ground. These things are circling, and they start going down to land.
Yep.
You notice that some of the twisted-griffs have like random things in their mouths. He does have a stag helm that he's got off, that it's off to the side of him, like a multi-pointed 10-point stag helm. Just really greasy looking dark hair. It looks like he spends a lot of time in the wilderness.
But does it look like they nest here for a while? Like this is where they are. This is their place.
No, it's just a clearing with a bonfire. The first one lands and and he basically just he points his hand downwards, and you notice the creature goes and just sort of like drops some of the things that it grabbed.
Okay.
Who got bit?
Others
Who got bit and survived?
Others begin
Because
to
everything else got killed.
Others begin to land and drop the things that they've got. Some of them are actually puking up into piles bits of meat. Like they're regurgitating in front of him.
Okay.
Grizaak, are you casting resist energy?
Oh, hell yeah. I know what this fucker is.
Okay, give me a will save, or give me a wisdom check.
Wisdom check? Just a straight wisdom?
Mm-hmm.
$16.
Okay, there is a visual effect to the spell. It will
Oh, I don't want to do that then.
It will make you this little sparking bird in the air.
Okay. Grizaak's going to
He's now standing. He's getting up. Oh, he's big.
We'll go sit in a tree like 100 or maybe 200 feet away and watch.
Okay. He's got that twisted staff in his hands, and he's kind of like poking through the entrails and the meat, like he's looking at something or looking for something.
Okay. It'd be funny just to fireball him just now.
Fireball's entrail pile.
Okay.
Yeah, knowledge or spellcraft.
Yep. You use this to scry upon people. Say fuck.
He is performing some sort of divination by reading people's flesh or entrails. The griffs have all kind of retreated from the edge of the firelight, and you can hear them like squabbling amongst themselves.
I'm hoping they didn't come back with entrails specifically, because we don't have the spells to make that survivable.
Okay.
He does kind of like flick a few things away. Like you notice that somebody lost a hand. There might have been a ring on it. There are a couple of weapons that they carried back. He eventually stops whatever he's doing. Your invisibility now is close to wearing off. You're landing in a tree. You landed in
Oh
a
yeah,
tree.
no, I've landed in a tree. I'm hiding here. Let me do my stealth for you.
Okay.
Which I don't even have. It's great. That's great, Grizaak.
You're teeny.
I'm a teeny weeny little dude.
Small
Diminutive.
is +4, diminutive.
I think it's
tiny is +8, diminutive
12.
+12.
And my
plus
dexterity
the dex bonus.
is yeah, the dex on that plus my dex is 4, so +16 plus
Do you have an elven inclined cloak?
no.
Okay, and then the distance.
So I said 200 feet. So +16. What's the dex on the little animal?
It's based on the spell, dude.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Give me a second.
+6.
+16. So plus
Size bonus to your dex.
22.
That's +3 bonus.
That's on top of the dex.
You get +3 dex bonus.
Okay, 16, 19 then.
Okay.
Roll it
And
back.
how close are you to this guy as you're watching what he's doing?
200 feet.
Okay.
Ooh.
Good roll.
So 58 with your hide. You're just a bird in a tree. Bird in a tree near the flowers with the bee. I mean, okay.
And how far am I
200 feet away.
from our camp?
3 fly spells of 90 fly speed.
Oh.
long way.
You're a good distance away. You're a couple of miles away.
Okay.
Yep, he flicks through the entrails for a little bit. He pokes at the weapons. You're pretty sure he may have cast detect magic after he did some ritual, and now he's just standing near the edge of the cliff in the hills with the firelight to his back, and he's looking out towards the caravan.
Have a nap. Have a nap. Have a nap. Have a nap. You'll wake up with Ugg on your back.
Your fists all pounding on you. He cracks his neck, or cracks the bones in his neck. He breathes out with sort of a huff. He looks a little bit pissed.
I'm watching to see if he's going to stay here the night or leave. Interesting that this guy is here.
Okay, he begins to cast a spell.
Detect magic or spellcraft.
Yep.
Sorry guys, I don't mean to be taking the time away from this, but
No, you're doing the thing.
this is the druid.
A strange vapor-like mist rises up around him.
30.
The DC of the spell is 27.
Okay.
Wow.
He's casting a wind walk spell. He turns into a gaseous form.
Oh, you asshole!
And then rises up into the air and just flies off.
Which direction?
North and easterly direction, away from the road with the caravan on it.
Okay, tough guy. Grizaak's going to stealth his way into the. Are the birds still there?
The birds are still on the outskirts of the camp. It's like they were too afraid to go in. You can hear them squabbling and perhaps attempting to recreate a pecking order after so many of them died.
So I'm gonna go and look for something that he would have left behind. Some fur, some hair. Did he pee in the corner? Did he?
Okay, so
pee himself?
you're sneaking into the camp. All right. So you're now at the camp, and you can see these horrible piles of like upchucked meat and throw up, some stuff that obviously came from your friend's camp. I don't know. You've known these people for like 3 or 4 days, maybe 9 days because there was 1 week of fighting. Somebody lost their hand. You do notice that he traced some weird like specific runes in the sick. You failed your spellcraft already, so you don't know what he was doing.
Yeah.
And now you're searching for
Like a piece of his hair.
something of his. Okay.
Exactly.
He didn't camp here. He did set up the fire.
He was sitting here for a while.
Give me a survival check. The DC will be 40.
Can I get a hero point? Because I have a 20 plus 20 here.
Begging for hero points? No, that's bad form.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is, but I am... Fuck. Damn.
And the chat's like, nah.
Nope. It's probably best that we don't fight this guy now.
Okay, well, he's definitely taking notice of your caravan. He looked pissed off that so few of his turkey monsters died.
Okay. All right. Okay. Nothing I can do now. I head back.
One of the twisted-griffs may have noticed a little bird flying around the campfire, but
Poop on it. I do not poop on it.
all right. So
And it does come out as a Grizaak poop, like all beanie.
I need to know what. Let's see. Roll a d20.
Grizaak.
No, this is to see what part of the Dread and Circus got attacked badly. Where were your losses?
4.
Religious medicine. Some of your clerics got attacked. Maybe they were they were running a sick tent or a sick wagon, and that brought the smell of the horrible diseased creatures. Let's see how well your security handled. Let's see how well your security handles 1 twisted griff. Well, we'll roll. We'll roll to see how many twisted griffs attacked the religious area. 4 of them. And then your security is 4 dice, and your religious medicine are 4 dice. We'll consider them. They could probably fight well. So you've got 8 dice versus how many hit dice are these? Or how many? They're CR4. So I've got 16d6 versus 8d6.
Ahmed, they're your dudes. I ain't taking responsibility for this shit.
Oh, balls. 1, 2, 3 successes.
Okay, you've got no 6s, so they've got 2 6s, so you lost 2.
We have 1 6.
Oh, 1 6. Okay, so push 1 win for the turkeys, and then they've got 1, 2, 3, 4 4s.
We got 2 5s.
Yeah. So 2 pushes and 1 win for us.
No.
Because they have
Six,
two
six.
sixes. Oh yeah. Okay,
So one win
sorry.
for them.
Yeah.
And then they drop down into their 4s.
Well,
They drop into
the
their
5.
5, and
Right.
and that's
Which
a
is a
push.
push.
And then they have 1, 2,
2, 3,
3, 4 4s, which is a bunch of losses, and then they have a 3, which is a bunch of losses. So you've got 5 losses total.
Now is that 5 dead or is that 5? How bad
5
is that?
less effective fighting.
Balsies.
Okay, so you've got 0 security personnel left, and one of your religious personnel died. So your guards came out, and there was a lot of guards that sacrificed themselves to fight off the griffs. Your caravan has no guards effectively anymore.
How many guards was that?
2, so it was like 12 guards.
Oh, okay.
And they all died.
12 guards. Fuck.
And one of your priests died.
Yeah, fuck that guy. All right.
And you're probably getting that that's what he was looking at. Like, he was looking at, there were spears that the guards had, and one of the rings belonged to one of the priests, and it was obviously religious in nature, and that's what the turkey mancer was looking at.
All right.
They also lost like half their number, so
All the other fights went very strongly in our favor.
yeah.
All right. Yeah, Grizaak flies back.
Okay, so you return back to the camp. The chaos is starting to, like, things are being overturned. Giant Nibbles is pushing like a wagon back over that got tipped. Radimer is standing with Arlen, talking about the fight. Roger's like, "Yeah, I think I got one. He might be injured."
Arlen's like, perhaps you can turn some of these into undead.
Perhaps. They're rather disgusting-looking creatures, says Radimer.
Excuse me. Oh, shit.
Hey, Radimer. Quick question. Semi-related topic. I heard you might have a knock spell.
Pardon.
In your book.
Can we do this later? Which it kind of... Can you please go and gather the wounded, please?
He does not have a knock spell. Who is telling lies?
Little birdie told me. Hey, little birdie's dumbass.
So Arlen's getting the gladiators to basically manage the situation by like, okay, Roger, get on a high point and make sure they don't come back. Ugg, please try to free people who are maybe trapped or fix whatever got broken as much as you can, like things like that, and basically try to get Edward and
the gladiators are the bunch of the 6th and through 8th level characters are writing things and making things okay again. You do find that the people that went rushing towards the danger got torn apart by the turkey monsters. Those that ran away tended to do better, and the turkey monsters were definitely attracted to strong scents. Like, they attacked the sick tent or the sick wagon.
Grizaak.
They attacked Grizaak. They attacked the cooking area, and then they managed to go after some of where some of the horses were concentrated.
Did we lose horses?
No, your caravan is still effective.
We saved the horses.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, Arlen wants to make sure we don't lose anybody else. Gather the wounded.
Yeah, with a few channels with the wounded gathered very closely, you're fine. I don't know if you realize you're diseased or not. Arlen can give me a heal check as he's overlooking those that got injured.
Knowledge nature. Would we? Oh wait, no, wrong character. Here we go. Conclave, Circus. Join for characters. Do I have knowledge in Netorb? No, I don't. Okay, heal check. Yes.
Does our security replenish at like the next site?
23.
Are we repaying 10 talents for those jackasses again?
You might get some of them back, representing your like you kind of take on new ones for the same pay, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, they'll slowly regenerate, I think.
23, Marty. Heal check.
23. So yeah, you do know that anyone who failed the Fortitude save DC 16 has a blinding sickness.
Ooh. Gather everybody who's injured, wounded, and all the horses that were injured.
Yep.
And start treating them.
A
By this time, Grizaak would return.
Blinding sickness makes people weak, and then if you become too weak because of the sickness, you actually lose your sight.
Okay. So, by this time, Grizaak
I
would
don't
have
want to
returned.
lose my sight.
And they'll start triaging the camp between Grizaak and Arlen and the other healers.
Okay. Well, Grizaak's gone. No one can find Grizaak.
Oh, right. It's been. How long was he gone for, or is he gone for?
Like an hour or two.
Okay. Sorry, I thought it was.
So Arlen, did Arlen get bit? Like who
Arlen.
failed their saves?
So the only one who got sick is Arlen.
Okay. Can you play doctor to yourself to help with disease?
I believe so.
I don't know.
This is one of those ones that let's look up heal skill, long-term care,
Treat disease.
Oh, treat disease. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can do it on yourself. So you know that you've been bit.
Okay, I'll look for the same types of pusses, colorations that around all the other cuts and wounds, and identify the people who have
Okay.
the sickness. Do you want me to another
Yeah, I want one more heal check to treat the disease.
on myself?
Yourself and others. Just
Okay.
one to represent how well Arlen treats the disease for the camp, including himself.
26.
Yep, you're able to give people a fighting chance against the disease. It doesn't automatically get rid of it, but you get a +4 competence bonus on your saving throw. Keep the disease on your character sheet. Just put +4 beside it. Unless you have any other way of getting rid of it. We'll say that 2d4 people in the camp have the disease. There's 7 people that have been bit.
Okay. Seven people?
Yep.
Okay, and any horses, or the horses, I guess it's total 7
Total
creatures.
7 people
Okay, cool. I'll be able to get rid of that in 2 days.
with like remove disease. 4 of them are people.
Yep.
3 horses.
Yep.
And then yourself. I don't know if Grizaak's like letting you. He sounds like he's doing his own thing. Did Grizaak fail the save, or he made it?
No, he made them all.
And Sam made his save. So did Callie.
I never got bit.
Okay. Widget.
I always got bit.
Widget, I think, made the DC 16.
Yeah, Ouija got bit twice, but he
Okay.
made his.
All right. So the caravan was attacked. Grizaak returns several hours later. This is now in the middle of the night. The camp is on edge. A lot of people are like taking some time to go back to sleep. Radimer doesn't want to play with the dirty birds because he recognizes that they may be diseased. Although he is kind of and hawing about. He mentioned something about maybe removing their diseased flesh and keeping the bones. He's thinking about it. Damien, are you doing anything particular, Mark? Hey, Sleepy.
Yeah, he's yeah, no, he's not doing anything particular. He's looking for training.
After all this, he just comes out of his cart. It's like,
What's
what's with all the like fires everywhere.
having a nap. Please keep it down.
He just slaps his manservant.
You don't have guard duty or anything like that. You're a lieutenant, so you actually slept through most of it. And by the time you realized what the fuck was going on and tied your shoes and ran out, most of the fighting was already gone or already done.
Yeah. So he's like, well, keep it down.
Still bedtime.
Okay. Grizaak comes back. What's Grizaak doing?
Caw-caw, caw-caw.
I'm actually a little bird now. No, like I can't. Actually, how long does that tongues thing last for?
Not that long.
Beast speak. I think it's minutes per level. It's 10 minutes per level, so an hour and a.
It's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
Hey, orc asshole.
He comes back and turns to good old Grizaak.
You guys.
Just for the record, no one calls him good old Grizaak.
I do.
There are a few people within earshot as Grizaak flies in and, hey, there's a bird. You want me to kill it? You've already turned back to Grizaak and Roger's pointing his crossbow at it.
I wouldn't do that, pretty boy. Hey, where's that? We got a problem.
What kind of problem we got?
Powerful druid caster type. Let's talk. We need to talk.
Yes, we're talking now.
Fuck,
Continue.
I can't believe I had so many beans. There you go. Didn't help out when I was a bird either. Made me fly faster.
It's fucking
What did I
disgusting.
say?
This is Roger. Roger doesn't like Grizaak.
Disgusting, I know, wasn't he? Oh, in your face and everything.
What?
Talk proper, says Roger to you.
He looks over at a horse.
Horse is gonna talk. What's wrong with you? That's crazy.
Roger walks away muttering to himself, "What a stupid, dirty dwarf."
Where's the wheelie? Where's the wheelie goblin?
He's right in front of you.
I'm not a map sir.
Ah, there you are. Didn't see you. Look at your head height. You're weird. I tracked him down. It's something interesting. So there was this human, big green human, bigger than most, and he had the the horns of the big ants,
Zeta,
big ant horns all over his head.
What are the rules of your childhood hero? He doesn't know what creatures are, but does he know colors?
Generally speaking,
Oh wait, I said green. Yeah, no.
It was
What was the color?
a red-colored human, really big.
Sort of tiefling, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, worst spy ever to add to the worst spy ever for Sid.
All right, so there was a humanoid of some variety on the other side of the hill.
Yeah, he was controlling the
Actually, Marty, I don't know if would Grizaak know of him? The guy's a high caster. I can do a check of
Knowledge religion.
Grizaak? Give you a knowledge nature.
Sure.
Huh? Oh yeah.
He is a druard. Maybe that might work.
14.
No.
Knowledge. Is fucking survival?
All right, so
No.
And there was this big human. You know how they are. Snotty. Always working like that, making that weird noise. Anyways, he controlled them rats. And
Grizaak, do you know any illusions? Could you make an illusion of the man you saw?
Fuck. Sick in the head. I'm never gonna. Not gonna dress for you. Sicken me.
He's like a drunk hobo.
Let's see. Does he have anything to do with that? No.
Oh, yeah, hold on. You make this noise.
He uses ghost sound. I believe that allows you to select.
You make non-speech noises.
Yeah, he makes this noise.
The sound of like 8 lions making what noise?
Oh, it can be a. Can I make it orcs?
Sure, a bunch of squealing orcs.
Hey, make that noise. Humans, what's wrong with you?
Do I know orcish?
It's just a bunch of squealing orc sounds.
Alright, so what's the DC of the knowledge nature to figure out what the fuck is going on?
You guys figure out it's orcs.
Orcs.
Callie even got it. She's like elbowing. I like this game. Orc. He's an orc.
Yeah, human.
She looks.
No. Well, I think he got hit in the head too many times.
I didn't get hit. I was talking to lightning. What's wrong with you? You guys never talked to lightning. You're missing
He
out.
got hit in the head with lightning too many times.
There you go.
Puts his arm around you.
No.
Oh, he stinks.
Yep. Yes, he does.
The smell of nature makes you strong in the gut.
We're
Taps his
just
gut,
gonna.
fart comes out.
We're going to grant ourselves the lunge feat so that we can grapple him over there.
Over there. This is ridiculous. It's just Radimer.
Right. So it's guy. They had these how you call them? They're like we got horns. It's a helmet made of horns, and he looked at the things that the birds were spitting out. The flying rats. They're spitting out. They're like offering him food. The things, the flesh of.
He looks at the dead body.
Them poor bastards. And he was looking through it. And then he windwalked the fuck out of there.
Excuse me?
Yeah. I was gonna attack him. Then he windwalked the fuck out. So I said, fuck it.
Are you using those words correctly, or is this one of those, like, you just...
No, I've seen that spell before, but I've never been able to cast it. I always fuck it up, and I end up peeing.
Oh, no, don't know that circle spell.
That's still not it. Let's see what happens when I try to travel through plants.
That's a 7th circle spell.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's really rough. So I figured he could probably have me for dinner. So I left him. But he was really looking at us. He was concerned about us.
Did you have a holy symbol or something?
What's that?
Was he
Zero
calling
knowledge
to a
in
god?
religion.
Oh, fuck, think I got close to him? I was hundreds of feet away.
Okay, did he call to nature, or did he call to a god?
Knowledge, nature.
With spellcraft, you actually beat it pretty well. He was a divine caster.
I think he was calling to a god. Yeah.
Okay,
Probably.
the answer is God. Called to a god.
It was a divine. It was very divine-ish. Okay.
He was wearing metal armor.
Oh, yeah, he was also wearing metal.
Well, that answers that. Unless he's some sort of heretic druid.
Oh, no, wait, he's wearing metal. What the fuck? Hey, he's not a druid. Or is he? Hold on.
Just walks away.
Hold on.
So, quiet!
He's talking no one. He's not even talking to you.
So, Arlen,
I was like, what?
if
I was like, fuck my life.
if the horn orc is sending chickens after us, I mean, do you know a horn orc?
Do I know a horn orc?
Knowledge.
The only orc that comes to mind is the one that Damien found the note on. The wanted one, dead or alive, extremely dangerous. The one in the forest. Said it was some kind of, I believe, similar to the Grizaak, some kind of storm. But
Wait.
the druid. This seems to be a cleric.
No, let's hope.
When you know what to say, let me know.
You know druids. You kind of, when they have a forest, it's their forest. You go to a different forest. That one's theirs.
That one he said was wearing armor. Druids don't wear armor.
All right, so we're gonna.
Damien, can someone get Lieutenant Damien, please? Van Imp, Lieutenant Van Imp. He likes to be called that.
Okay, everyone looks at each other because, as much as he's kind of flashy and can get away with things in the moment,
Damien!
he hasn't worked very hard to make very many friends.
All right, I just yell, Damien!
Widget will go get Damien.
Okay.
Damien paid Widget handsomely, so Widget will go get Damien. Damien made a friend of Widget by paying
just
a lot.
after putting your boots on and laced them up for the fight. You just got back to your bunk and took off your boots. You're about to kind of lay back down in your bunk in your wagon.
Oh, honestly,
we were attacked. We did some spying on the guy who attacked us.
congratulations.
There's an orc with some sort of horn helmet that has 7 circle spells after us.
Does he hold a rank in the Imperial military?
Maybe.
I find that unlikely. When you see some stripes and stars, you let me know. And he closes the door.
Yes, know nothing.
Knowledge. Zeta wants to make a knowledge local Dutch evade.
Yes.
As per Bard.
Sure.
All right.
You were part of the caravan when you stopped, so this is going to be a very easy roll.
All right. To be plus.
Which way did he go? He said northeast.
11. 26.
Yeah, the bounty for the half-orc storm priest, who is believed to be a follower of Arithnal, the god of slaughter, fits the description that Grizaak kind of gave if you mapped certain races to other races and colors to other colors. You remember because it was like
Mark remembers.
if you do not have the ability to cast spells, then and you know you don't think that you can go after him. Run. Basically, it was a warning and a bounty.
This is the. This sounds very much like that bounty.
If he is indeed a priest, then Windwalk is not a 7th circle spell.
It'd be a 6th, yeah. That's still bad though. Flame strikes suck. Chain lightning sucks.
All right. If he's a cleric, then there's only 6. Hey, it's not sure I could have taken him.
This is the bounty that said to avoid him if we don't have protections against storm magic.
Sure we do.
Well, so
Tomorrow.
do we have any way of tracking him? Did you find any, bit of him or something?
No, I tried. I couldn't find anything. The bastard didn't leave anything behind. He didn't even pee there.
Imagine that.
Unless his pee tastes like mud. But no, he didn't leave anything behind. That's unnatural.
Oh, is he?
The original circus group have electricity resist tattoos. Yes, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Yes, they do.
Except they never recovered Mortenzi's because Mortenzi's body was never given to you, which was originally Snowbeard's.
I think they're like, okay, screw it, just
Yeah,
just fuck it.
So,
it's done.
With your knowledge local, you know that he has been a concern in the north. This is probably the farthest south that he's been.
Yeah, he went north. He went that way.
He's made entire villages disappear.
he's a threat to the locals, wherever he is.
Well, he's not here anymore. He was looking for stuff, though. Did any of you get bit and have their little rat survive? Because that's what they did. They, offered him the flesh that they ate. And he was looking through it. He didn't find what he was looking for.
Why would they want flesh, says Radimer.
Alright, you can, I guess, use it to, track people, see people, but he was doing something else. He was doing that.
And I'll redraw what he drew in the sand. He said he drew like a circle thing with his staff.
Yeah, there were, he was tracing stuff in piles of flesh upchucked by the twisted-griffs. You failed your spellcraft check. You
Okay.
know he was drawing stuff in the flesh.
In the entrails.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't follow what he was doing. He was just poking around with this little gnarled staff.
That
I was
does not
freaking me
sound
out.
like normal behavior. says Radimer.
No, he was looking at it.
Do we know anything about this guy other than he's some sort of psycho? Does he have a purpose?
What are his motivations exactly?
Oh, he was fucking interested in our caravan, that's for sure.
Why?
Right.
I'll ask him next time I see him.
Okay.
Can you? You're a druid, right? And some sort of sorcerer or something?
I don't know.
Well, you saw him, so
He looks up.
Yeah, I guess I am.
Do you know how to send messages over long distances?
Yeah.
Do you know how
I
to
do
scry in puddles?
that. Yeah, but you gotta pee in it. That's the best way, because otherwise
Radimer's like,
it's just,
I don't care what liquid you use, you dirty druid.
you should, because you get a clear image.
No. We use mirrors because they're not gross.
Unfortunately, I believe that druids use puddles.
Here, let me make one for you.
Okay, he creates water over the ground.
Who said anything about creating water?
Oh,
Yeah.
you make water?
Here we go! Oh, it's a big one.
Okay, he starts peeing on the ground.
Alright, now.
Radimer's his
yeah.
face twitches in annoyance at Grizaak.
Maybe tomorrow.
The lawful neutral,
Eating
slightly evil
asparagus?
leaning
What is
guy versus
wrong
the
with you?
chaotic neutral guy. Yeah, you guys are opposed alignments. Radimer finds you trying.
Do you have you prepared a scrying?
Nope. I have to do that tomorrow, maybe.
So
Or
then
whenever
why
I
did you
sleep.
make a puddle?
Ratimer's leaving for his wagon. He's just
Well, you gotta do it one step at a time. I didn't scare anybody, did I?
Callie's like she's doing the snorting laugh.
It's not that scary.
I summoned snakes.
It's like a short round sausage, she says.
Summon half a bratwurst.
Ooh, you can have some sausages. Yeah.
Okay, so
You guys should try my cooking.
no thanks, she says.
Yeah.
She drags
No,
Sam off,
no,
and this little party breaks up. Are there any other actions you want to take tonight aside from just sort of discussing?
Grizaak's gonna get some rest.
Okay. Morning comes without incident. People seem to be on edge in the camp. And you continue along your way. Are you doing any actions that morning?
So Grizaak has a whole bunch of Grizaak and Arlen have a whole bunch of removed disease.
Did Grizaak fail any of those saves?
No.
Okay. All right.
So-
So you guys are treating the diseases. Anything else?
Arlen will do that food thing for people. I think I can get half of the people. I don't know. Just to kind of get their spirits up. Like, you don't have to cook. There's a really nice meal that will keep you nice and full all day.
Okay. We'll say that affects that helps with the morale problem. There is still a general concern in the camp for how many of the soldiers have died.
Yeah, Arlen will he'll ask the gladiators to be...
People are
Like-
actually asking for a funeral or some sort of service. Like 13 people in your camp died.
Yeah. We'll have to do that. We'll
Okay.
We'll ask Ugg and Nibbles to, with their massive strength, just dig one hole, dig another hole, dig another hole.
Okay, so some of them are buried along the side of the road. Some of them know the wishes of their cultures and people and
Yeah.
are simply burned. So they're a combination of pyres and small graves that are dug.
So based on knowledge, religion of what their religions are, like this guy follows this, they say this, they're buried. You know what I mean? Like they're burned, they're buried, they're up in a tree, whatever.
Sure, pyres and burials. It's sort of a sad day. It won't slow down your overall travel. It may just put you behind by about a day. Are there any other actions that are being taken?
Did you prepare?
Legit.
Did you prepare the thing, Grizaak?
Yeah, you mean the scry and the electricity? Yeah, I got both.
I have brought a jug of water. We can use this to create a puddle to scry with.
Fine.
Just creates water.
Okay. Who
Taking
is
the fun out of everything.
standing around the puddle of water that Grizaak's going to scry in?
Zita will watch.
Okay.
What are we looking at here? What are we looking for? Oh yeah, I can look for the guy.
Yes.
There we go.
Fuck, I'm good.
All right. What's the DC for this?
Everybody knows that will saves on druids are the worst. Also priests. Maybe he's an
Yeah.
oracle.
Who the frig knows? All right. Okay, scrying.
Scrying.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm not very familiar with
Grizaak
this guy.
hums and haws around this puddle for an hour that morning.
Yeah, I'll take a. How long does it take?
An hour to cast.
It's an hour to cast. Yeah.
What's
He'll prepare too.
Okay, what's the DC?
That's a good question.
DC before modifiers.
14 plus wisdom modifier.
This is 14 plus wisdom, so 22. 22. Roll a 1. Roll a 1.
No, it shouldn't just be on ones.
Roll a 1.5.
Okay, nothing but clouds.
Son of a bitch.
The clouds are slightly stormy, and there is actually a crackle of thunder
Oh, how you doing?
He's talking to it.
in the sky.
Oh, fuck that. He's casting resist energy communal on the group around. Oh, not yet.
Hold on, not yet. We'll do that next time.
He's going to try scrying again.
You want me to do it now, or maybe the end of the day?
Okay, everyone is now inside their tents and nearby wagons watching Grizaak in the rain. Basically trying to cast in this pool, which means that Grizaak will be the first one to see. You notice that there's a shallow cave with a very wet-looking half-orc, kind of just standing in it. You notice that his hand was out and he was just sort of letting the rain...
Did the scry work?
Yeah.
Hey,
He's weaving him over. He's like, shh.
Where is he? The creature's talking. He's not talking to you. Is he with that caravan? And you can hear something like a voice in the storm that says, "Yes."
Are the others coming over, or?
Are you guys going out into the rain?
It's
Or like Grizaak's like,
no, come on.
Sita would like to know what's going on.
Will I get the storm's blessing if I consume him?
I would not recommend consuming him. There would be indigestion.
Yes. Something unearthly and kind of like it's riding the storm down to answer him. That it shall be mine. The spark of the true storm shall be mine.
what language is he speaking?
Giantish.
Hold on.
Grizaak might not understand this shit.
You traveled with a giant and a goblin?
I know Goblin. I don't have Giant. Should I?
Okay, Grizaak's like, come on! And waves everyone over, and you guys can hear him speaking. Give me a spellcraft check for Zeta, who wanted to know what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, commune or something.
Oh. 16. 35.
You caught him in your scrying attempt in the middle of a commune spell.
He's communing with his god.
It's not the storm.
The curious thing about this is that while you see a holy symbol of a Rithnull around his neck, he was not communing with a Rithnull. He was communing with something else. He drew some... it was like he was standing on top of some rune that he roughly drew into the ground in the dirt, in the muck, and holding his palm out like he was catching the rain. This guy's communing with something that's local. Like with a spirit that belongs on this world.
I take it back. It's not his god. It's a spirit or something.
Well,
Does Grizaak recognize any of this?
Like, one of them, what do you call them? Emissary? Avatar?
Hey, Marty?
Grizaak
Yeah?
does recognize the voice in the storm talking to this half-orc priest of Erithnal.
Oh, shit.
Somehow he has contacted the thing that said it wasn't done with you yet and has kept you alive for all of these years, well beyond your... well beyond the length of a dwarf lifespan.
Shit. Oh, fuck. Hey, how do you know him? He's talking. What the fuck? Hey.
He's communing right now with a voice in the storm, and you think he's talking about you.
Rule number 1 of
Oh,
storm.
he's definitely after
Don't get that.
He's definitely after the lieutenant. Yeah, because he doesn't like Imperials. You see, look at that grimace. He's ugly. He's ugly.
Sense motive?
Does anyone that speak giant around this circle?
Yes,
Oh,
speaks giant.
oh, shit.
He said.
I should double check. I say that.
That's one of those I was because giants are mostly extinct on this planet.
Yeah,
one of the languages that Gradimer picked up was giant.
Because I remember them being mostly extinct in this world.
So, Marty, does Grizaak speak it?
You picked your languages, so you understood he was speaking giant. You don't speak giant.
Nibbles speaks giant. That much I know.
Hey, Nibbles, this is your gibberish.
Zeta speaks giant as well.
Okay. So Zeta and Radimer were there to hear the entire thing.
Okay.
The voice in the storm carries perfectly through the storms, so apparently they are both speaking without having the storm and the wind and the rain affecting their speech.
Okay.
So that's kind of all right.
Does
I know this.
Is there a storm here? Like, look it up.
Just rain.
Is there anything on like the horizon that we could see? Like,
No,
do we have
you're
visibility?
scrying like a 10-foot kind of cube around
Well,
the
no,
sky.
I mean, he is in a storm. Can I see a storm? Like when I look around on the horizon, does it look like there's bad weather in any direction?
The weather front is big enough that it looks like it's in all directions at this point.
Oh, it's just one of those shitty days. Hey, it's a shit day.
It's a great day. Check this out.
Are you casting a spell or something?
no?
Okay.
He's actually perturbed, like.
Oh, he died.
Does he know that I'm coming for him?
He does now.
Yes. He growls and stomps his feet in frustration.
Oh, what the fuck's he saying?
Wait.
It's fucking Highlander. It's Highlander of the Druids.
I'm looking for the storm druid.
He's over there.
He waves. He pulls his hand back out of the rain, and the connection to the commune stops, but the scrying is still going. You get a couple more minutes left. You can cast things through the scry if you want.
Oh, do it.
If you have a message spell.
Oh, do it.
Why would I do that?
To talk to him.
Why would I do that?
Ask him why he's after you? I mean, other than
But
to
now he
consume
knows
you.
exactly that I know what he's doing.
Yeah, but
Nobody told me what he said.
challenge him.
Zeta's.
Why would I do that?
To trick his ass.
Zeta's. No, I don't know if it works like that. Hang on.
You can cast it on multiple creatures, so I think they all get to walkie-talkie. So you could just be like, screw you, you're now messaging.
This caster is much more powerful than you are, Grizaak, from what I see.
Yeah, I know that.
I only know a couple of words of giant, but he said something about eating.
You gonna eat my ass?
My recommendation, Arlen, is to cut this Grizaak loose so that we do not suffer for his person.
Well, it's fine by me. I disappear from this fucker. Say you what, Nibbles? Let's go hunt this bastard down.
Okay.
Nibbles comes wandering over, like, what's going on? No one told him there was a... He's staring in puddles again. It's a thing he can do.
Oh, you find friends in puddles again. Very good, very good.
Yeah, you're gonna need to find Grizaak for this prick.
Right. You're kind of light on the,
It's
all the things.
It's not the first time we've had to fuck with something like this, but I suck.
How many times have you died?
Me never.
I don't believe you.
Him all the fucking time.
The answer's 5. Nibbles has died 5 times.
This many times, not many.
Actually, Nibbles, he first goes like this.
He's like, no, Nibbles.
No,
Nibbles, you got your other finger back. That was last time.
Oh,
It's only 5. It's only 5.
Okay, yes, 5 time. 5 time, nibble die. But then he get wrapped in comfy blanket and come back.
Do you know how I keep that blanket nice and moist?
Nibbles tell you he not want to hear some things that grab
It's the special sauce. So, yeah, we can go off.
Radimer's,
We'll find him.
like, trying to figure something out. He just shakes his head and dismisses a thought.
Yep. Hot pants, wheels, thoughts.
Zeta, these are your friends and connected to your...
We need one of these chuckleheads to stay with us, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
I don't think it's a good idea to abandon your friends, although this will bring one hell of a storm on our butts. Literally. We'll just have to be prepared.
He didn't attack us directly. Perhaps we've dissuaded him from losing any more pets.
I want to know if Arlen speaks fucking giant here. Let's see. Oh, that's gear. Nope. I hope so. But from what did anyone translate or not?
The giant?
Yeah?
Yeah, Zito translated.
Well, from what he's saying, then he's still going to come after him. He was asking for permission from the storm, you said. Then that means he's not dissuaded at all. Maybe disappointed, his little
He's
turkeys.
a religious zealot on a quest.
What
It's like
ma-
if you were told to go eat some light, some light thing. Light angel comes down and you have to go eat him because, they told you to.
He is talking about you, Radimer says to Grizaak. What makes you so special?
Oh, you might have missed that bit. He is 400 years old, at least.
There's a twitch of annoyance on Radimer's face.
Yeah, and Grizaak does like a pose like, ah!
Still kicking.
I thought this one was a friend of yours. You can't be more than...
He's a friend of that one's grandmama.
Wait, I'm 400? Shit, that's old.
Yes, you're quite.
You're gonna call me Grandpa Grizaak. What do you think of that? Nibbles! I'm Grandpa Grizaak.
Oh, Grizaak always so funny.
Radimer's like interested, but also pissed off. He's not saying anything.
He didn't have to turn himself into a lich. Why does he get to keep his ability of erection?
What makes you this old, Grandpa Grizaak?
I like the sound of that. It's a storm. Same one that he was talking to.
Nibbles think wrinkles have tone.
The storm talks to me. It actually it takes me on rides once in a while.
Your god does. That would make you the chosen of your deity.
What am I supposed to do? Chosen for what?
So, you really can't tell what taste it's going to be.
I don't understand. What are you guys talking about?
Why does Obed High deem you worthy? Surely you must know.
Obadiah, you mean? Obadiah, yeah.
Because Grizaak only one who get his name right. Isn't that right, Grizaak?
He's right. He's pissed off because nobody knows how to say it.
Radimer's grinding his teeth right now.
Mission accomplished.
Back it up, boys. We're going home.
You know your god's secret name, says Radimer.
Secret? Fucking Obadiah. What's wrong with this guy? Why is he so upset all the time?
Never mind. Why are you special to your god?
Lifts his shirt up, starts scratching his furry belly.
I don't know.
Better question maybe for you. Why aren't you special to your god?
No, he turned it in on you. He turned it all over. What did it turn? I'm not sure.
Zeta?
Perhaps one day I will be, says Radimer.
Arlen's just looking at this like, my fucking life sucks.
Okay, the rain puddle, the image of the orc disappears by this point in time.
Zeta, did you recognize that helm he was wearing? Kind of particular.
Knowledge what? Religion?
No, it would be knowledge arcana.
Oh, she's awesome at that one.
13. It looks like a magic hat. It would be difficult to go through narrow doorways with.
Oh, shit.
You know what? I am going to take 20 on this and achieve a 43.
Okay, the helm is called the crown of the Periton.
That's a word and a half. What the hell does that word mean?
It allows...
Right.
Crafted from a Periton skull, the crown of the Periton gives someone supernatural powers to control and speak to a general class of creatures called twisted-griffs, which include hippogriffs, turkey-griffs, or the vulture-griffs, or twisted-griffs, Peritons, and other magical beasts that have been twisted by nature and turned into ravenous creatures.
Chimeras and manticores and all
No,
sorts
it's specifically
Griffs?
twisted-griffs and peritons. There may be several other kind of variants of those things. Hippogriffs, maybe even. It is not necessarily an evil item, but in its history, it's been used for evil purposes. Some northern barbarian probably crafted this item.
Are the turkey griffs? They were large and relatively strong.
Yep.
So they move fast.
Yep.
So they would make awesome mounts for some crazy barbarians.
Yeah, and you're pretty sure that the powers manifest in different ways when you use the helm. Some of them it just allows you to like conjure them. Other times there have been histories of people actually bonding with a mount.
It's an artifact.
It is a minor artifact. Typically used by bandits and by barbarians of the north, and the crown of the Periton has apparently fallen into the hands of some insane storm priest who's hunting down Grizaak
To consume his flesh.
Somebody in
his
the
flesh.
caravan. Let's be clear about this.
because the voice in the storm
Told him to.
told him to, or said he could do it.
Your god does not have your back.
Voice in the storm is not where you get your holy power from. The voice in the storm is where you get some of your power from.
Oh. But that's not Obadiah.
No,
That's not Obadiah.
it's not.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling them. That's not Obadiah.
No, that was an orc.
No, the storm. It was not Obadiah. It was someone else.
What do you
Storm.
mean the voice he was communing with was not Obed-High? Wasn't it a Rithnul? He wore a symbol of a Rithnul around his neck.
No.
I don't know.
Then what was it?
That's storm.
A spirit. Possibly. I'm not sure.
But the spell they cast allowed them to converse with deities. Are you saying that the spirit that answered was a deity or was not one?
It
I don't know.
was not. It's not his.
Well, get me around.
Interesting.
So, you're cheating on your god, or that is an ally of the god?
I think it's a storm. This thing.
You know this deity? This
But
thing?
it comes around once in a while. We go on journeys. Nothing I can control just gonna fix me up and throws me the fuck down. It's alright.
Radimer stops for a minute, and he's like actually rubbing his chin and sort of staring off into space. There is a story that is whispered amongst priests of Weejas.
You just. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
She stares hate at you.
Oh, we talk about these Grizaak.
Later. Oh,
No, not about him. About something else stalking. About something else arising in the darkness and assuming the mantle of death. Something that is not out there, and he points up the sky, where the gods are, but something that is here and familiar with every tomb, every crypt, every grave, every spot where
Every
death
shadow.
occurs. No, not this shadow thing. I speak of something else.
Oh. Fucking great.
The death that creeps in the corners of the world.
You're saying it's stormy?
No, I am saying that there are even whispers of some who reach out to this thing, and it answers, and it gives unto them powers similar to the gods, but is not a deity. At least not a deity that we know.
Ouija lights a cigarette.
At this
adjusts
point in
his hat.
time, give me a bluff check, Arlen, Because they're talking about gods that aren't gods.
You know what this is.
I know one.
Widget lights a cigarette, adjusts the hat. So with the creepy death thing, this guy's living storm, I'm just going to enjoy my nightmares. It'll be fine.
12.
And that jackass knows something.
Me?
Yeah, you. Mr. Lightbulb.
Oh, whatever do you mean? Well,
Okay.
what's the difference between a god and an... Oh, yeah, fine.
So far, yeah, go ahead. What were you going to say?
Oh, no, I was going to take the argument. Not the discussion, but...
Okay, so Arlen started. He's like, what's the difference between a god and it kind of trailed off.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. The dragon.
There's a dragon?
You suck at lying.
Don't be an idiot. We were all in the cavern at the time. In the caravan at the time, says Radimer.
Well, maybe not all of us, says Zeta.
Says everyone who wasn't, like everyone else around the puddle.
You used to wear a holy symbol of Freya. I've been wondering what to put in to that form and never did. I just left it as is. But we both know that your powers do not come from Freya any longer.
It's been like that for many months.
Yes. But I'm asking you now, what is the name of your god?
The source behind the light.
It's not really a name.
The death that creeps, the source behind the light, the dragon in Elf's shadow.
Do you remember the painting?
Grizaak, what did you call the thing?
Is Stormy? Obadiah?
The other one.
There's a storm. Right.
The voice in the storm.
Something about the
then.
voice in the storm.
Oh, that guy. Stormy. Yeah, the voice of Storm.
What are these things? Says Radimer.
Everyone's wondering, like...
I believe they're above my pay grade. Puts up the cigarette.
Interesting.
Lights another one.
Something we should all contemplate. These creatures, how long have they been here on this world, Tarak?
Long time. At least the one that I know of.
Relative to the old gods, these things are new.
Wait a minute, question. Was Grizaak in the room when the shadow first came out and said what it's here to do?
Doomsday? We'd have to go back and look.
Because at some point it said, I'm here for the source behind the light.
Yeah, you piece together from time.
The shadow thing doesn't like the light thing.
Yeah.
No, but literally the same words, the source behind the light.
Yep.
Does Grizaak recognize this, or...
Do you forget after 400 years? 300 years? That's the question.
What do you
You know this. You know the cause of the Shadow War was the light fighting the shadow. So that was the whole thing. And then the Imperium came and fucked things up and put an end to all of it. Maybe
It's been at least 400 years. I mean, since the Shadow War started, right? You know, the Shadow Dragon thingy.
Everyone's looking at Grizaak.
No one knows what you're talking about.
Well, Nibbles, you were there.
The Shadow Dragon is a legend.
Fucking youngsters. Hey, sit down, Uncle Grizaak, tell you a story. Grandpa Grizaak, tell you a story.
How about we get out of the rain for the story?
Your spell is gone now. Says Radimer as you're all just... Rain's just coming down.
Alright, fine.
Oh, and then we didn't mention, because we actually don't know, the thing behind the reflection. The thing behind reflections.
There's a fucking another one. Good, great, grand.
So it's like they're mythic patrons that are not deities; they are patrons.
Yeah, what's up, Nemi?
Nemi, we got attacked by turkeys, and all of our guards got.
You can thank Kenny.
Yeah.
Kenny sent me this image. We were talking about just like we shared some IMs, and he's like, "Are you doing a Thanksgiving adventure?" I'm like, "Sure." I don't know what monster. He's like, "Here's the monster." the turkey griffs. They're bad. They were bad.
They're pretty rough. It's really hilarious the AC builds versus the non-AC builds, though. That's like, yeah.
For your level, they're right at the a party of 4 should be able to take one out.
You should be able to
no
just
problem.
stomp one.
3 of them, okay, they're now flying around and starting to bite your back ranks, and that's where it's
Right.
too bad.
A bunch of guys who are like, I've got 2 warrior hit dice and a stick, just get destroyed.
16 CR4 creatures fly into your camp in the middle of the night and just start eating people in random directions. Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad for everybody.
So a long time ago, in a town far, far away. Actually, it's probably over there a few hundred miles. It's a town far, far away. Well, me and your grandma and your auntie and your grandpa
Mm-hmm.
and a bunch of other assholes. We were checking out some. Where was it? Was it in a fucking temple? I was in a temple
Nibbles,
northeast.
do you remember this story?
North our town, and Vamaris, yeah, that guy was there. Remember, there was a reflective mirror thingy, and then we broke it, and then it went to the other place.
All right. So there doesn't happen to be any strong memory magic sort of sorcerers or wizards in the elf village?
No, it's confusing because it was a different system.
Different. What? Different system. What? Different system of what?
Don't worry about it. This thing said it was coming.
Grizaak's partly true. Before the coming of the Imperium, things were easier.
Different.
The coming of the Empire changed magic.
You used to phosphor-dye your magic missiles, and it was awesome. It was the coolest thing ever. You'd go, ha-hoo-ha, and a big magic missile would come out.
Specifically, divine magic has slowly changed over time.
Yeah, things got a little strange. I had to kind of relearn how to do things, but they still work. They work a little better, actually.
And I'm going to send Ahmed something that you can roleplay however you want. Just an IM.
So, do they got, in Terrace Lean, they got some memory mages? Somebody who we could just sort of pull the memory out of the old fucker, just so that we can actually get some detail out of it?
I'm sure Clemens has memory magics. He's a historian, after all.
You know why they changed, right? Because they're not as close anymore.
Marty, I want an adventure inside the mind of Grizaak.
Welcome to my magic realm, bitches.
Oh no, he speaks like Ireland. Welcome to my.
Right.
Oh damn! This is all backwards.
Please follow the yellow shit road. Ignore the man behind your path.
There is a very good question. It's a very low DC spellcraft check, DC 19, to realize there is a spell called Share Memory. Yep, I've pasted the link to the spell. Widget's thinking, like, yeah, there's a divination spell. I don't know if you're a diviner or not, but...
he's an illusionist, but, yeah. There's one. We should get ourselves a couple scrolls of that, and then write it down, because it will take a while to pull out this memory 1 minute at a time.
I agree with Widget.
Hey, Maribor.
Maribor? What?
So,
He looks at Radimer.
Maribor.
What is it, grandfather?
It's kind of making sense now. Well, the way we used to do things kind of changed. Even like casting spells and they're not here. They're not here as much. It's not really right. They're farther.
Who is father?
And from what?
How do you say
1,500 castings.
Well, you know how you're
500,000 castings for a year. 200 million castings. Yes, up to speed.
You're asking what these other ones are. Your lantern.
Looks at Arlen.
Your lamp light. And then there's the Shady Shadow and Stormy. They're kind of creeping in because there's not nobody around as much.
Grizaak, are you still talking because we're paying attention to you? Or
And then that's why things are different.
yes, things.
No, things are different before you were born. Like the magics are different. You don't do it the same way.
All right, so
What?
we need to pull out like him casting spells before, so we can see the spells being cast to figure out what the hell.
As I said, I'm sure Camus has.
Yes.
Mine.
There's some scrolls. Also, does he happen to have knock?
What?
Somebody will have it. I'll just grab a scroll.
What's Zero would probably know. Oh wait, I'm sorry, Jiva. Oh, Zero.
We will see. Perhaps we will see, Auntie Zira.
She's connected to it.
To
Yes.
it? The voice in the storm or another?
No, she's not connected. Not in a good way, or not in a bad way. Some kind of way. Something.
Radimer finishes Zeta's sentence and says entity.
The dark one. The shadow. The one with no light.
The shadow dragon.
I propose calling them patrons, but you know.
Sure, it is a fitting word. Patron.
Patrons. It's a funny word. All right, gather around again tomorrow, and I'll give you another story.
He just gets up and walks out. And he's like does the angel thing in the snow. You know when you fall backwards, but it's in the mud.
Okay, so you know that this guy is trying to track the Grizaak Do we have any way to protect him from tracking the Grizaak?
Powerful spells to ward against divination.
Well, the weather outside is stormy.
I have no.
Nothing rhymes with stormy.
And fuck you, little gnome. Let it storm, let it storm, let it storm.
Okay, now they're ignoring Grizaak as Radimer basically walks back to his tent. He's kind of like not in a hurry to get out of the rain anymore, and he's just more like thinking deeply about
all night.
This strange revelation that perhaps your group is uniquely positioned with a bunch of ancient characters in the party to puzzle together. With several members who call out to these weird patron entities.
Missing piece to all of this, Magnus.
So Alan.
I was thinking like, it's like all these things are coming down his shoulders. So what am I gonna do, Alan? Like, fuck, guys. All right. Well, let's see. I would run away, but I can't. So I'll deal with the problems. So, until we know more about this bullshittery, Nibbles and Grizaak stay with us. We need to find where your Radimer, you brought up a very interesting thing.
Well, Radimer's gone.
Fucking Radimers. Radimer brought up a very interesting thing. We have a lot of entities with a lot of power that have been in a war before the Empire arrived.
Well, you've got an in with one of these things, so why don't we... Like, how far away is it? Why don't we go, hey, boss. Hey, Dragon Boss. How's, this war thing going? What about this storm guy?
The boiling lake of rainbows is...
It's pretty fucking far away.
Yeah.
It's not close.
You're a priest, just send one of them thingies and say, hey, boss, what up? Need to know what
20 times... It's like 1,200 miles away.
Commune or send
It's
or something.
far.
Use a spell.
It's far.
Send to him. You're on the same plane. Just send to him.
That's awesome. You've met him.
Just send to him. He's just over there.
Oh, this is holy shit, that would actually work. Where'd you go?
I'd be a divine cast if I knew it could be that practical. There's my god. He's over there. His name's Gus.
Can't believe that would actually.
Third hill on the right.
Because he's. Yeah. All right then. Well, tomorrow.
Okay.
Hey, asshole!
Are you ordering
sauces and you didn't prepare ascending?
Are you circling the wagons and just well, sending's 4th level and you just became 7th, right? So
sorry, I thought Arlen was.
No, I have 7th.
No,
I'm
Arlen's
already
been 7th, 4th,
7th.
7th.
I have 7th.
Yeah, because he's been like, I'm not restoring you. Ha ha.
Dude, if I see someone walking around with what's it called? Ability point damage, then I'll heal their asses. So
sure. So you heal widget? Is what you're saying? Okay.
Like no, it would have been done before.
Subtract the 100 gold pieces from wherever, and you healed widget's damage.
Widget's problem.
Okay, you guys are heading towards Lakeport, or are you just circling the wagons and going full on defense and digging in while the Storm Priest is out there?
Arlen, it's your call.
How far away from the are we from the?
You're only a couple of days outside of Fallen Stone. You could also turn around and go back.
A couple of days outside.
Yeah, you're in this forested hex right here.
All right. Recommendations.
You're 4 days from Lakeport. You're 2 days outside of Fallen Stone.
I say we make our way to Fallen Stone. Circle the wagons at night.
Actually, we said 4, so you're halfway there. You're directly halfway between. It's almost like he chose this spot because it was halfway between two major points.
If the elves are going to be better equipped, we can solve more puzzles with them because they know something. There'll be people to fight.
It does solve our gladiator problem, which is the more immediate one. Well, the second immediate one. It's a risk, but we'll have to be on our toes for the following 2 days. Is everyone in?
I'm surprised you didn't plan to say anything to the Countess. But you're the boss.
Why worry her with details like demigods are
Stalked by a psycho murderer who's just killed 17 people?
Yeah, well, we'll deal with that. Sending tomorrow. 2 sendings tomorrow.
Okay, it sounds like you're pushing forward.
But we're going forward.
Okay, I'm going to roll 2 random encounter chances. Are they truly random? I don't know.
Oh.
So you do get your sending off. While you're preparing that, I'm going to take a quick wash and break for myself.
You have to be close. How's the gout? Hello. Does she automatically know who I am? I believe she does. I was like, hey, it's Arlen, the Lannister with no legs. Still have no legs. Just checking.
Hey, we're on break. I'll read another letter to Vinvasa.
Good call. Contact.
As soon as I can find them. Letters to Vinvasa.
I'll be back. Wash and break applies to this man as well.
Alright, stream. Letter number 6. Damien writes to his family every now and then, and this is his 6th letter home. This goes back sometime. I think the last letter number 5, only covered his debut in the arena. So letter number 6 is probably back there as well. Dear Mumsy, this is a long one, but what an exciting day I've had. For starters, I just participated in my 2nd match in the Civic Arena. It was a team event this time, and Marty has left his microphone on so we can hear him eating chips and wonderful things like that. Obviously, that's not part of the letter. And Adam makes noises. How fun for everyone.
I'm just making fun of shit for them. I was muted because.
Oh, okay. I could hear you. I can also.
I was doing that on purpose because I could see like Marty's thing is going absolutely.
She's got chips or something. I was trying to read a letter while we were on break.
But
there.
I think Marty's is muted from the stream.
Yeah, I'm muted from the stream. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So that's funny because like it was.
All I can hear is and plastic crinkling. I'm like, oh my god.
I opened a package of YouTubes. All right.
I want jubes. I don't have any.
So we'll save letter number 6 for later.
All right. Arlen, what was the sending?
Which ending was being discussed between me and the Porcelain Palace. One moment. Let's write this out.